Rob, Ryan, Chris, John.
That's a horrible intro.
No,
don't stop it. Don't stop it now. We just fucking go with it. Just go with it. It's fine. This is completely different because you're not seeing any of our faces, and we're currently filming this next to Rob's
toaster
microwave
oven
and toaster oven. And Chris is still moving in furniture.
Don't
do that.
Chair.
Don't do that. The chair brings noise.
No,
you're standing up. You're standing up. All right. So we got a lot of people to watch our last video, and I don't know if y'all know this, but a lot of them said we should just watch AEW.
What's
and
AEW?
stop complaining. Oh, I'm glad you asked, my friend. AEW stands for All Elite Wrestling.
Oh, wow.
It's owned by a man named Tony Khan and run by Tony Khan. Yes.
I was thinking Shad. I couldn't.
Hopefully he doesn't trade all his best talent to another company.
Like he did with the Jaguars?
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. Cody, and then, Cody Rhodes, the Young Bucks, Kenny Omega. We're all being dickheads right now. We all know how AEW works, and so do y'all. They had a pay-per-view on Saturday called Revolution, and we weren't able to watch it all together, but we watched it separately, and have now come together to talk about it. Yay!
Professionalism!
All right. We'll be talking about all the matches, and in the description below, we will have timestamps for each match. So whatever match you want to hear our review on, go in the description below, click the timestamp, and boom.
So if you only want to hear us talk about Nyla Rose for a good 2 minutes, you can do that.
Look somewhere else, because I don't really want to talk about that one.
All right, so... Well, actually, Ryan, you were probably the only one of us to actually watch the buy-in, the pre-show, because I didn't. I started watching at 8. Rob didn't. Chris definitely didn't.
No, I did not.
So it was SCU versus the Dark Order?
Oh, yeah, so that was fun. Christopher Daniels, not the Exalted one. I'm so happy about that.
Can you stop stomping?
What? Oh, sorry.
Pissed me off later.
Wait, he's not the Exalted one?
He's not the Exalted
one.
He's not the Exalted one. He came out for... Okay, so... It was pretty batshit crazy match. A lot of flips by Kazarian, a lot of flips by frickin' Scorpio Sky, a lot of hot tags between the two of them. I don't know. To me, the Dark Order is very boring. So I don't see the hype. It's like fucking...
Well, you see the hype if Matt Hardy is the leader.
I don't know. Honestly, I don't.
That happens.
I don't
You see the hype if Broken Matt Hardy is the leader.
I'll be pretty broken
Not
up
really.
about that.
I don't see any hype in them. I feel like it's fucking Aces and Eights Part 2. It's stupid and boring. To me, I don't know. That's how I feel.
But SCU won?
I think they won. Yeah. No, wait. Did Dark Order won?
You're great at this, Ryan. This is why I told Ryan to pull up the match results on Wikipedia, and he's like, "No, man, I got it in Instagram. I'll be fine. I have my notes down there in Instagram." But he doesn't even know who won the match. Can you look it up now?
Well,
I think Dark Order won. Dark Order won.
I do have some questions.
Okay, so ask the question.
Considering the fact that I don't watch AEW on a consistent basis, maybe once or twice, if that much. I've never watched a full show. Who is in the Dark Order?
Oh,
Evil Uno.
Evil Uno.
Stu Grayson.
Yeah. I know Evil Uno.
We're speaking Spanish to you right now. You have never heard of any of these people, have you?
Well, he did speak Spanish. He said something Uno.
Evil Uno.
Okay.
Evil. EVIL. Every villain is lemons.
Uno, you said. That's more than
Okay. All right. So it started off, I believe, as this tag team, and then it turned into like this cult thing where they're bringing on people that were like losing a bunch of matches. They were like targeting them, like join us and we'll make you winners and stuff like that. And so they've basically been talking about this Exalted one, kind of like the higher power from the Ministry of Darkness.
Yeah.
So people have been speculating for like months now who it's going to be. Originally, it was supposed to be Marty Scurll, but then he re-signed with Ring of Honor.
So are they going to have a Tony Khan versus God match?
Yeah, freaking Dark Order won. What am I saying? Yeah.
Dark Order won?
Yes, they did, because then freaking they revealed Christopher Daniels coming out. And
but he wasn't the Exalted one.
No, he just came out and then he started beating the shit out of them, and then they had that whole bullshit with
Stop fidgeting, man.
Sorry.
So Matt Hardy
Crackhead
released a video on his Instagrams with him and the Young Bucks, correct?
Yeah, the Young Bucks showed up in the last 10 minutes. Shut up! Yeah, they showed up in the last 10 seconds.
It was like what, like a 30-second video, right?
About like a minute or two, yeah. But it's been building for weeks now. He's been talking to someone on the phone, and it was revealed in the last episode that he was in fact talking to the Young Bucks. So Matt Hardy's going to AEW.
Yes. So since he was talking to the Young Bucks, do you think there's still a possibility that he becomes the Exalted One with the Dark Order?
I believe so. I think it's separate. But again, I don't know how they released him from his contract, but usually it's a 90-day no compete clause.
It is that. No, if they release you, then it's that. But if your contract expires,
oh, that's right. Oh, so he can just go.
Yeah, so he can just go now.
Wait, why wouldn't it be the opposite? Why wouldn't it be like if you're released, you're free to do whatever?
Because
you
you're
want?
because if they release you from your contract while you're in the middle of it, you're still kind of like obligated to them. You didn't finish your contract run, so it's just 90 days.
But that doesn't make sense.
I know it doesn't make sense.
Nothing about their contract. They're independent contractors that can't do whatever they want. It's bizarre. But that's another video for another day. So that was it. That was for the buy-in, right? There was no other matches.
Well, there was a dark match, but obviously that wasn't on the
Okay.
thing. No.
Okay, so then we
Apparently
had...
Britt Baker and Penelope Ford beat Riho and Yuka Sakazaki.
Sucks to be Riho.
That.
So first match on the show was Jake Hager versus Dustin Rhodes, and he's still Jack Swagger. That's about all I got from that match.
Yeah.
He's still.
There's
Jack
actually
Swagger.
a hiccup where JR calls him Jack Swagger.
He says he has a lot of swagger.
Yeah. No, he says Jack Swagger.
Oh, he did?
And then randomly he goes, I might say swagger, but that's just, he has swagger, I guess. Or something in the lines of that.
JR was in rare form tonight.
Jesus Christ.
So I don't understand why this was the opener. Especially considering how Sammy Guevara and Darby Allin played out, which we'll get to in about a minute. Yeah. Why wouldn't you make that the opening match? Why?
This match wasn't great. It wasn't terrible.
No, it was a perfectly average match.
Yeah.
It's exactly what I would. It's exactly what I imagined from Jake Hager and Dustin Rhodes at this current stage of their careers. Not a fan of Dustin Rhodes forcibly making out with Jake Hager's wife. That's not a babyface move.
Stupid.
That's not a babyface move at all.
Love Jake Hager making out his wife every 5 seconds, pretty much.
But that's cool because you're supposed to boo him for doing that
fine.
Constantly. And she did well in her role. I don't know what her background is, but she was.
That's one of the first things because I like Chris do not watch AEW on a regular basis, but that I kind of like that they get more personal with that.
She's not.
WWE is not all about that. Like we didn't have Dean Ambrose making out with Renee Young every 5 minutes.
No,
like that.
No,
Renee Young's also
gets
a
personal
character on WWE television. I mean, his wife I think is just.
That was the first time I've seen her on AEW television.
Yeah.
But I was really disappointed because they built up how Jake Hager was like, in MMA now and he's undefeated in Bellator. I wasn't expecting him to be Brock Lesnar, but I was expecting at least his moveset to change to be more MMA based and at least a little bit more exciting. But
he literally has the same exact moveset.
No, I know.
With maybe minor adjustments, but he still did the Vader bomb type.
Yeah.
In the corner.
He still did the ankle lock, which isn't it's just not his finisher anymore. Which was that was the theme of the whole night. Was I thought for sure he's got him in the ankle lock. Okay, this is it. Match is over. Dustin gets out and then immediately puts him in an arm choke, and that's it. So I guess that's his new finisher now.
I mean, we're only on the first match, but I've noticed throughout the entire pay-per-view that there was a little bit of a trend of great matches following with not.
It was a peaks and valleys show.
Adequate. No. I'm saying the matches were in itself good with adequate finishes, if not at best. Because I didn't like that finish really, because I didn't really even understand what the choke was because he was facing him and it weirded me out.
Yeah, it threw me off on that end of the match. I was like, what's going on? I thought they were just in a grapple.
You have to know MMA. They were trusting that MMA because that's a common submission in mixed martial arts.
Yeah.
Like Brock Lesnar beat Shane Carwin.
Well, no, I get that. It's just we haven't seen what Jake Hager does.
No, really, they should have made a bigger deal on commentary. This is his submission move because they were just kind of they didn't treat it like it was going to be the finish of the match, and then all of a sudden Dustin Rhodes is just unconscious, and that's it. Man, not much else to really say about that. It was a perfectly fine TV match, 2.5 stars out of 5 maybe. Our next match though, batshit crazy.
Yes.
Sammy Guevara
versus the very next match.
Yeah, it was the very next match.
That was the next match. Yeah.
Sammy Guevara versus Darby Allin. And again,
I like Turtles.
Why was this not the opening match? Just from the start, the suicide dive
Yeah, I mean, like the match didn't start until like 9 minutes throughout the entire altercation.
Sammy Guevara came out first, and he was standing on the outside. Darby Allin rolled in on his skateboard, slid right in the ring, and just took him out with a suicide dive.
Yeah,
and
which, by the way, was
an
incredible
suicide.
Yeah. What do they call it now?
They call it an AEW.
Tope Suicida?
They call it Tope Suicida in AEW. Yeah.
Which is
Did he go through he went through the bottom rope, didn't he?
No, he went through.
He went through the middle rope.
He went middle.
Okay.
Well, in between the middle and the top.
Yeah. Oh, crazy. And then so they're brawling on the outside for a while. There's a table on the outside, and Sammy Guevara did. I think it was a 630.
Yeah,
it was a 630 senton.
630 senton through the table.
He just sent him right through that. I thought that was possibly the most impactful landing I've ever seen.
Oh, he gave zero fucks about Darby Allin and where he was positioned.
And Darby Allin kind of did it. He did a suicide dive also right before the match started, right before that incident happened with the table. And he hit. What did he do? He hit his leg on the top rope, and he missed us.
That could have been bad. I was
talking to my cousin about that. He was telling me how he thought that he was legitimately fucked up.
Yeah, no, I was funny because the rest of the match was so good. I kind of blocked that out of my memory that even happened. Honestly, that match is so fast paced. I didn't even have the time to write notes. Like I was just watching it in awe, and then
then it ended.
And then Sammy Guevara rolls him back in the ring after putting him through the table, and the bell rings, and I think every person in the arena forgot that the match hadn't started yet because they were just like, what? And then he hits him with a running knee out of nowhere or whatever he did. Yeah. And everyone thought that was just going to be the finish of the match. Yeah. And then he kicked out, and then they went another 7 minutes, and Darby won. And
how long was that match? 20?
In total, probably about
20,
17, 18 minutes.
Yeah, it was not as long as a lot of the other segments on the show.
It seemed so fast. It was so fast paced that so much happened in such little time that it seemed like it expanded over a longer amount.
Yeah, Wikipedia has the timestamps.
Yeah, Wikipedia is definitely the one you want to go to.
No, I'm just saying. They have the official timestamps. Fuck it. Look at them.
Oh my God! Well, no, the official timestamp of the actual match starting was 5.
Okay, yeah.
So it's 15, 14.
Yeah, 15 minutes. 10 minutes on the outside.
I thought it was longer.
You said in the group chat that we have that you said Darby Allin versus Sammy Guevara is going to be the most legendary feud in AEW history.
It is.
No hyperbole.
No, nothing.
Really?
I'm telling you, I think it's going to be great.
It's off to a pretty good start.
I like Darby Allin.
They're both fantastic.
I know they're both fantastic. I was just going to his entrance.
Oh yeah,
I like the way he had the skateboard with Sammy's name come across.
Yeah, he has. That's one thing. He has the creative intro to every match that he has, which is always very
pretty cool.
Yeah,
Darby is Jeff Hardy, and fucking Sammy Guevara is Chris Jericho's fucking adopted child. So
literally.
Yeah, no, that's.
Speaking of Jeff Hardy,
they've done an excellent job.
He's been cleared for action.
He has been cleared for action.
We'll get to that in another video.
Yeah,
about that company.
So we had Sammy Guevara versus Darby Allin, and then what was next? Oh, Darby Allin won with the coffin drop.
Yeah.
So what was the next match?
Next match was the tag team match.
It was a tag team match.
By the way, before we go on with the beautiful tag team match, I gotta ask a question because once again, don't watch AEW every week. Why does every match have time limits?
They just do that to make it seem.
Well, because I think it's to just realism purposes.
Yeah.
But it's also a way.
That's why they have the records.
It's a really smart way to get out of a corner booking wise. So they did the first time it actually went to a time limit draw was the first time they did Cody versus Darby Allin, which was a month into the company. And they're like, well, we don't want either.
It was 20 minutes.
Yeah, we don't want anyone taking the pinfall here.
Yeah.
So they realized, well, we can make Darby Allin look really good if he goes 20 minutes with Cody. He doesn't have to beat Cody, but Cody doesn't.
So that's
beat
what
him.
the one is at the end of.
That's the draw.
Oh, okay.
New Japan does the same thing.
Yeah, New Japan does the same thing.
All right.
It's the same. Because they have a whole ranking system.
John Moxley actually has a. What's the one in his column?
Wasn't it with Jericho?
No,
as
it
well?
was a tag team match. He was in a tag team match with Pac, and Pac was getting in his face, and John Moxley just flipped him off and DDT'd him or
Possible.
paradigm shifted him, and that was it. Ryan's going to the bathroom, I
I
guess.
was a little bladder. I'll be right back.
Okay, so we're gonna do this without Ryan temporarily.
By the way, doesn't Jericho also have the 1 at the end of the?
Jericho lost to Scorpio Sky in a tag match. He got
Maybe he
rolled
doesn't have
out.
a tie.
He got rolled out.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna hear Ryan's pissing, I think, in the background of us.
That's cool.
talking.
That's fine.
So yeah, no pressure, Ryan. You just YouTube's hearing you pee.
Your
So
voice might be very loud in this video.
okay, turn it down. It's better. It's better if it's loud than us mumbling.
That's fair.
All right, our next match was this. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. We'll wait until Ryan comes back.
I do like the concept of the whole record base
Yeah, the records.
system,
The records.
and I was confused. Who only has 3 matches? Oh, I think it was Orange Cassidy.
Yeah,
Only
Orange
has 3
Cassidy was like
matches.
1 and 2.
Because
He's 1 and 2.
he's most of the times he's a manager for Best Friends.
Yeah.
Oh,
He doesn't wrestle often.
Mhm.
And if he does, it's in a 6-man.
he's from wherever, and he weighs whatever.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a little bit. Ryan,
Yeah,
you're
so
just-
Hangman Page is a national fucking treasure for what he is.
dude, your feet, man, you're just
Sorry.
scraping them. All right, so
Hangman Page is very talented.
he is awesome.
All 4 of those men were
yes.
very talented.
Yeah, so it was Adam Hangman Page and Kenny Omega
We just had a Gold
versus
Cup special.
the Young Bucks, and so Chris, you were not a fan of the
No,
Young
I
Bucks
don't like
or
the Young
Kenny
Bucks.
Omega.
I like Kenny Omega.
Oh, you are?
I do
Because
like-
I never, because I don't know, maybe I just thought he was a little bit overrated just because I didn't think he was the best wrestler in the world.
No, I like Kenny Omega and Adam and Hangman Page for that
Yeah.
matter.
But what was it about the Young Bucks that you?
I believe
sold on?
I believe I described the Young Bucks as trying to be the Hardys, but also trying to be Shawn Michaels. Or no, they're the
Or the
Hardy
Rockers.
No,
No, they're the
are
Rockers
Rockers.
if both were Shawn Michaels, I believe is what you said.
no, I said they're the Hardys if both of them were Shawn Michaels.
You said the Rockers.
You said the Rockers.
Okay.
Shawn Michaels.
Rockers makes more
like a
sense.
month ago.
But the only reason I said Hardys is because they're brothers in real life.
Right, okay.
Otherwise, I don't like them.
They've grown on me. I was not a fan of them at all.
I like Nick more than Matt though.
Really?
Yeah.
See, Nick's got the more like flashy stuff, but I think Matt is.
I mean, do you know who my favorite
No,
wrestler is?
I know, but I'm just saying, like the Matt wrestling,
Jeff
Matt
Hardy,
Jackson. That was clear. Your 2 favorite wrestlers are going to be Nick Jackson and Darby Allin, and that's basically just if you split Jeff Hardy's.
No,
Chromosomes in half.
AEW, it's probably Darby Allin and Moxley.
Okay, well
That's fair.
that's fair. Rob, you got a favorite so far in AEW?
In AEW in general?
Yeah.
Jericho.
Okay.
100%. Still love Jericho.
Okay, so
I'm
now
sorry.
I like Jericho. I'm just not going to put him like at the top of my list just because.
He just makes everything exciting at
Enough.
50 pretty much. So let's just get on with tag
enough
teams.
stalling. Let's get to the tag team match.
By the way, I want to throw out there, I love the Young Bucks. I just don't think they're the best tag team in the world.
Yeah, that's where I'm at basically.
What do you got for best tag team in the world?
That's another video, man.
Yeah, no flips, just fists, bro.
Sorry.
No flips, just fit.
The revival.
Screw that, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever.
My opinion
That's
is
WWE for
undisputed,
now. That's WWE for now. Hangman Adam Page and Kenny Omega versus the Young Bucks. 60-minute time limit. World Tag Team Championships on the line.
It's fantastic.
Oh my God.
It was good. I
Loved
will
every
say,
single
I
second.
I
will,
don't think it should have went to 30 though.
yes, that was my one
Like,
caveat.
but everybody else thinks that too, so it's not my own opinion. But
that was the one thing is that it should have ended with the V trigger.
Yeah, the one problem I had
the
was
buckshot.
that he won with the buckshot.
Yeah, he took them both
How-
out the buckshot.
He took them both out with the buckshot, and he got the pinfall with the buckshot.
Yeah.
But the buckshot and V-trigger
Didn't get the win.
didn't get the win. He kicked out of it, and then he used the one-winged angel,
And that
which
thing,
had never been kicked out of. But so they got
they transferred
the
that off
run-in.
of Kenny Omega.
yeah.
So no one's gonna
He
kick out
didn't,
of Kenny
he didn't kick
Omega.
out. He didn't kick out.
No, I know, but I'm just saying everyone's eating the pinfall if Kenny Omega hits you with the one-winged angel. So I guess that's why they had Adam Page do it. The only thing I could think of is that they were definitively like, this is a tag match, but this is Adam Page's match. And he's going to convincingly beat these 2 guys at the end by himself.
Well, he didn't do it by himself.
Well, not by himself, but you know what I mean. He took out both of them at the very end by himself
All right. So
and got the pin.
But how did the match start? Right.
So Kenny Omega and his boys are just doing some wrestling holds, and Adam Page is having none of it, and he spits in Matt Jackson's face, and then that's when things really kicked off.
Yeah, it started off. I like the promo package, by the way.
The promo packages in AEW across the board were fantastic the whole night.
Yeah.
I like the whole fact that they were bringing up the fact that like he's like the emotional one who. I don't really know.
This whole story has been building up since he lost the world title match to Jericho.
Yeah, I wanted him to win so much.
I'm very happy he didn't. I'm very happy he didn't for two reasons. One, he was not ready to be the world champion. At that point, he's got
what?
No, but he's gotten so much better.
He's in a tag team with possibly the worst wrestler in the world. If not, he's definitely top.
You said
3.
the worst wrestler. In the world.
Oh, best. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Best.
So many people just turned off the video on that one. Yeah, you said
worst.
Worst by accident.
Best.
They're like, this man just said Kenny Omega's the worst wrestler in the world. Jesus Christ, unsubscribe.
Baron Corbin exists, Chris.
Yeah, you're right. And the Miz.
Skippy peanut butter.
Rob's about to throw some peanut butter at me. He's a Baron Corbin mark.
And an alcoholic Rose.
That's
gonna be our mascot.
So
We got a logo.
but Adam Page he's jumped leaps and bounds from where he was just a couple of months ago, and I think this whole I guess
This shit's gonna propel.
alcohol badass thing.
Yep.
Like it's gotten him to another level, and the fans are really taken to him.
He's James Storm on steroids.
I was just gonna say that.
I was just on steroids.
Oh my god. No, I wasn't gonna say that to an extent. I was gonna say he looks like he belongs in beer money.
Yeah.
He's James Storm. On
So,
steroids.
the match is what it is. It was fantastic, even if it went a little bit too long and there were too many near falls. The ending.
I liked the 3 Northern Lights suplexes.
Oh,
on the ramp.
yes, that was.
I thought that was phenomenal. I don't know how they just kept flipping and going. I thought that was great.
That was very good. Did you like the Meltzer driver on the outside?
I like that.
The tombstone.
That's a tombstone, and
Yeah.
just the tap from the other guy.
Yeah, the other one. Yeah.
Yeah.
He just taps. He just taps and he goes boop.
Yeah. Oh, and we should mention the Adam Page power bomb to Nick Jackson through the table from the ring.
Yeah, through the AEW table.
Yeah, that was also very good. What did you think about Adam Page? Did they tease the heel turn at the end there?
I kind of figured they weren't going to do it. Just I don't think it's time.
I think they got. I was telling Ryan about this earlier. They got to call an audible. If you turn the Young Bucks heel, don't turn Adam Page heel. The crowd is getting so into him.
Oh my god, I hate the Young Bucks. I hate the Young Bucks so
I
much.
think
The Young Bucks would be great heels for Chris.
Not for nothing, the Young Bucks, in my opinion, should already be heels.
Yeah. No, I mean they work better as heels.
I mean, if you don't just listen to the crowd, the way the crowd reacted,
The only problem is
anything that they did.
Yeah, because they love
on
Adam
Saturday.
Page.
But I don't think it really had anything to do with Adam Page. I think that they're just completely turning on the Young Bucks.
See, I think what you have to do first, you have to have Kenny, because to me, you have to have Kenny Omega with them. For me personally.
No.
So you
you want Kenny Omega to turn heel and join the Young Bucks?
Wait. You have to listen where I'm going with this. You have to have Kenny Omega and Pac fight again first and have their rubber match.
What does that have to do with the Young Bucks?
That has to do with his heel turn with the Young Bucks, and then
So
Page gets the boot.
So Pac losing starts the heel turn for Omega. Because I know you two didn't watch the Iron Man match, but in my opinion, Pac got screwed over, and they just brushed right over that.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, no, it would just be a real bummer if they turned Adam Page heel after all this. Because you can look at it in storyline, like the Young Bucks are being assholes. Because every time he wins, they constantly try and usurp his moment or be a part of it. They never just let him have his shine. Like he wins the tag team match on Saturday night, and he's celebrating. And then they try to force their way in to get a handshake and a hug with the guy. So he could easily just say no, man, you guys are being jerks. You're holding me back.
What move is that they kind of teased?
The buckshot, the clothesline.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The buckshot is the
he flips
springboard lariat.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So, anything else you guys want to mention?
He didn't.
Or
it wasn't a springboard when he won. He just kind of clotheslined.
No, he springboarded in. The camera just
He did?
didn't cut to him doing the first part.
Every
time he does,
AEW's version of Kevin Dunn fucking peeped in there and
Yeah.
just fucked it
well,
all
I
up.
think also he did both in such a quick succession that they just didn't even.
Mhm.
They weren't able to pick up on it because they were late to the first one, and then by the time they got to the second one, he was already back in the ring, ready to do the second lariat. But yeah, like I said, great match. Kind of went a little bit too long, but what are you gonna do?
I mean, I didn't really have a problem with the time it went.
I don't see why if it ends with Matt Jackson getting pinned right there after the buckshot V trigger combo, fantastic.
But that's at like the 20-minute mark.
Yeah,
probably.
but that's the Young
Around
Bucks
there.
problem.
No, that was probably 30 seconds before the actual ending.
I don't know about that. But yes, but like I said, that's the Young Bucks problem. It's just the Young Bucks. If they just need someone, I don't know. For example, Arn Anderson to just go, hey guys, you're a great tag team. Instead of going 30, go 20.
Yeah.
That's it, and you go from there. So yeah, so that was that. Next match was.
I'm pretty sure Chris Statlander and Nyla Rose.
Yes, it was because the crowd was completely shot after the tag match.
Yeah, they were shot.
Which did these two ladies absolutely no favor. So
By the way, you lied to me.
How'd I lie to you?
You just straight up lied.
How did I lie to you?
Your words were, because I said I was going to skip the match, and you said, no, don't skip it. It's short and harmless. Fucking match went for like 14 or 15 minutes.
Yeah, it went for 12. Apparently 12 and a half. I don't know.
So, yeah.
I said that just now. I thought
Whatever.
For me, it felt like almost 15, but
It felt forever. And I even fast forwarded through some
So
of them.
on commentary, Excalibur made sure to point out that like Chris Statlander had been sick with the flu, which was apparently was legit. Like she was just she had just gone over the flu.
Yeah.
So she was like dehydrated, and then that might have caused the match to be as slow paced as it was.
No.
I think there's a good match out there if they keep working together enough. They could.
no,
put together
I think they
a good
can
match.
put on a good match because Chris Statlander is very good. Nyla Rose is good. She's obviously
I don't know why she was struggling to lift Chris Statlander up at certain points. Also, the superplex spot was scary. They could have gotten fucked up badly. She slipped.
Yeah, she slipped. I thought she was going to like tear her knee apart.
God, that
Or do something
my
to
heart
her hip or
skipped a
something.
beat. I
Yeah,
thought she was
like,
gonna
oh!
I thought she was gonna drop Nyla Rose right on her head. Like it was bad
Oh, when she picked her up.
for the superplex and she
Oh,
slipped.
yeah.
That's the only like up part of the match that I have to say is how well they worked through that botch.
Yeah.
Because that ended up being a successful superplex.
Yeah. No, Chris Statlander
And
powered through.
No one got hurt.
Yeah.
Nothing.
I told him I like the handstand spot.
I didn't see the handstand spot.
You might have skipped through it, but when Nyla Rose had her up for the big knee,
Oh, yeah,
and she did a handstand and got to the middle of the ring. Yeah. I thought that was really cool. I like that.
All right, let's just. I'm going to go back a little bit. Why is Chris Statlander an alien?
Because she wants to be. Why is Adam Page a cowboy?
That makes more sense. She's a fucking alien from what galaxy? The Andromeda Galaxy or whatever it was?
I don't know. It's better than being from Plainview.
Wow. Why don't we just get like hashtag FMJF? Right, just throw that in there. Give all that credit to Ryan because I love MJF. That right,
stop with the feet.
Yeah, really.
Sorry.
Come on, man.
He moved me.
All right, so
Have better balance.
no, but Nyla Rose won. She won with a power bomb.
Yeah, Nyla Rose.
Nyla Rose won. Yeah, they might. You guys really gonna slap your stomachs?
It worked.
Slap
in the
me.
commentary.
Big meaty men slapping meat.
Big meaty man.
You guys gotta get taller. So that was it for the women's match. Their women's division is just it's gonna get there eventually.
Once Sasha Banks gets there.
Sasha Banks is not getting there.
Well, I mean, you're right because I would probably
they have
put
a
Chris Statlander
good
above
basis
I don't like
on
the way she wrestles.
Chris Statlander, Nyla Rose, Riho, and maybe Britt Baker if she could improve more.
Which she has. I know the promo.
I went back and I watched the promos you told me to watch, and
the promos on Tony Schiavone have been great.
She has actually gotten better because I didn't watch for 2 weeks. So yeah.
By the way,
the cruise ship promo was horrible.
Yeah.
But ever since then, she's been really.
And that was what 3 weeks ago. 4 weeks ago.
I also just have to say, I've missed Justin Roberts' voice very much so.
That was the best part of watching that show is when I heard Justin Roberts. I was like, oh my god, yes.
When I was watching the main event, John Moxley versus Chris Jericho, every single time he was saying John Moxley, I was praying that he was going to say Cena after John, because he just that trademark elongated.
So what was the next match, Ryan?
MJF and Cody.
Yes, it was.
Cody's fucking tattoo was horrible.
Can I make one joke? Cody has spent most of his AEW career allegedly trying to be Triple H, and tonight he was Triple L because his neck tattoo was terrible. The band that played him to the ring was terrible, and he lost after hitting his opponent with 2 finishers.
They did not come to play.
To a man from Plainview.
Yeah. All right. So let's.
Fuck you, Plainview.
Wait, which one do you want to attack first? The neck tattoo or the band?
Let's go with the band.
The band, in order.
Fucking horrible.
Yeah,
they never. I don't think they've ever performed live before. There's the answer to your question of why hasn't The Miz ever had them perform his theme live at WrestleMania. That's why.
When you listen to that song, because I listened to Cody Rhodes' theme song after the match was over, I listened to that and sounds literally nothing alike.
Yeah.
You can easily tell that man's voice was auto-tuned to the point of no return.
Which is sad because it's a really good song.
Yeah.
It's a really good song on the phone.
It's Kingdom, right?
Yeah, Kingdom. God, he was so bad here.
No, it was a rough listen.
It was made worse by Brandy trying to dance to it.
Yeah.
And act like she was into it. So bad. And then Cody revealed his neck.
Yeah, no.
Showed his neck to the world.
Why?
That neck tattoo.
Why would you not get
What is
that
that
on?
belt that he wears?
It's a weight belt.
It's just a weight.
Yeah, it's a weight belt.
I got a question. Why would he not just get that along his back?
Or his arm, or his chest, or his
Because
stomach.
Like why? Or get it on
If he were
on the right side of his chest?
No, if he were to get that, because obviously if you're going to get it on your back, you're probably going to have it larger in scale, and it would take a lot more time. So you don't want to have
having that
a half
chunk
finished
of
tattoo.
Why don't you just put one on the shoulder blade then?
Yeah.
Same size.
Well, that would hurt.
Yeah, but just right. Better than your neck.
Better than your neck.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
The next tattoos are just. Also, he could have had it right here or whatever
He
side.
could have literally.
It could be
The
fake.
dream is on this side.
It could be
So
fake.
you can have it.
No, for the first 30 minutes, I was convinced it was fake. I was convinced it was some type of advanced form of henna or whatever they do, the fake tattoos at Six Flags, something like that. I was convinced it was not real.
I was hoping.
I don't understand how that was okayed by anyone that's close to him. His friends.
I mean,
I don't.
the concept of the tattoo is
Nice.
No, it's very
like
nice. I
the
like
placement.
it's the placement of it.
Yeah.
If you're Tony Khan, you step in at that point and say, no, look, we need you in a suit promoting our company. You can't have a fucking tattoo coming out your neck.
He's going to turn himself into Corey Graves. That's what he's gonna do.
That's the only thing. He's going to have to get a multitude of tattoos around his shoulder and neck to make that look good. But even then, they just got a toy deal. They just got action figures made. And you go get a giant new tattoo on your neck. Completely wiping out sales for your own action figure. Because now everyone's just going to wait for the newer model that has the neck tattoo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
It was bad personally. It was bad professionally.
But you know something? The ones without the neck tattoo, going to be very valuable one day.
That's true.
Yeah, but it's got to the point where I can't there's going to be people that can't take him seriously because of that tattoo.
Yeah, no, because even him wearing that freaking pink suit, and he's gonna have just a glob
He's
of
gonna look
fucking
like a
red,
clown.
white, and blue on his neck.
It's gonna look like a clown.
And the tattoo in itself looked rushed. If you look, the lines didn't match up.
If you glance at it, just the color scheme in itself, the blue and the red, with the tattered skull and the flag, it looks like a blob because it's not blended right.
Yeah, it's just a blob on his neck. Then MJF they had a match. It was a 2003 WWE main event match. That's the best way I could describe it.
Yeah.
It was good. It was fine.
It wasn't what it was supposed to be. That match should have been batshit crazy.
It should have been Cody murdering him
Yeah.
for a solid 10 to 15 minutes, and then he pins him, and we go home. MJF doesn't get hurt in any way if he loses this match. Meanwhile, you've had Cody go through the ringer, and for what?
How is Cody gonna get hurt? How does this hurt Cody in any way?
Because he went through all those steps just to lose. Why
Cody's-
drag this out?
Cody's currently burying himself in this company because now not only can Cody not wrestle for the actual world title in the company, he now has just looked like an absolute fucking loser to MJF. He looked fucking terrible.
Dude, for all intents and purposes, MJF just shook off 2 consecutive crossroads back to back. Just because he was fine when he went to hit the third one. He just got out of it and hit him with the ring one time.
You need him in the head.
Yeah, you need him in the head, and then just hit him with the ring and just fell on top of him for the pin.
Well, he kind of sold it after, because he kind of
He just collapsed on him,
yeah.
But still, the match was weird. I didn't like the Brandy Rhodes spots with Wardlow. Both of them. When she threw beer in his face, that was unprovoked. And
I remember saying something to you guys. I really hope those 2 guys are plants.
Oh, what MJF did.
He threw the beer on the fan, and he smacked a dude's hat off.
I don't know.
I mean, unless you're going full
Dudley Boys and ECW when they were actually trying to cause
I
riots.
feel like there's some shit that Vince Russo would book.
I don't know.
Actually hitting a fan.
Well, he didn't. He could say he technically hit his hat.
To be fair, they could have been planted.
Tommy Dreamer
But
told
even-
Bubba to stop fucking making fun of fans who had guns in their fucking pockets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think MJF. That's as far as MJF goes. That's his limit.
Yeah, Tommy Dreamer told that story at the video game.
Oh, I had to ask. So, later on in the match, because MJF starts bleeding from his forehead, I don't think that was real blood.
Dude, 90% of blood in wrestling isn't real.
Yeah.
No, that's not
also
true.
there's a lot of blood in this company in general, so you should assume that it is definitely fake blood.
No, because
And
Moxley seemed very real. Moxley bladed, and he had a legitimate cut / indentation
it was right
in his
there,
forehead.
The whole, he definitely bleed.
No, I think it was 2 separate things. I think he got busted open hard way from the belt shot from Guevara, and that left a dent. But I think he bladed above his eyebrow, to sell that he was bleeding from the eye, underneath the eye patch. Whereas MJF's looked like Shayna Baszler blood. It just looked like a red Crayola marker blew up in his face. Because if you look, it was just a blob, immediately, and then nothing else. Yeah. It didn't continue. It didn't keep trickling. It was just there on his forehead. It looked like SmackDown versus Raw blood on his forehead. So, yeah. But again, back to Brandy. I didn't like...
There's no mercy.
I didn't like Brandy throwing the beer in Wardlow's face. And I didn't like her trying to do a dive onto him because, what did you think was going to happen?
I don't know. You think you're going to land on a 350-pound man when you're 110 pounds soaking wet and you're going to knock him down?
And then Cody looked like an idiot for kicking Arn Anderson in the head. It was a bad night for Cody.
I think maybe it was meant to be that way.
Well, the tattoo in the band wasn't. That just added to it. I don't know. He's not going to wrestle MJF again because they're going to do war games for the next pay-per-view. So
he's probably going to wrestle him tonight.
We'll see. I would have had Cody win. That's all.
Wrestle him tonight. He might be wrestling him now.
Yeah.
8:06.
It's 8:06 on a Wednesday at the time we're recording this. But so that was it. Anyone got anything else to add about Cody versus MJF? As Ryan keeps clapping.
No.
Where do you guys think Cody goes from here at this point? Because you said he's not going to wrestle MJF anymore.
Well, I think they do. I do the Elite versus the Inner Circle, and they're gonna. I guess that's the moment Adam Page turns heel. I guess I don't know.
No.
Yeah, but what does that have to do with Cody?
Who's in the Elite?
It's gonna be
Cody Rhodes, 5-on-5.
5-on-5. Yeah.
It's Cody Rhodes, Kenny Omega, the Young Bucks, and Adam Page.
Yes.
Yeah, Page.
And then the Inner Circle would be Jericho, Proud and Powerful, Jake Hager, Sam Guevara, 5v5.
So John Moxley just takes the night off? Or
John
does he
Moxley-
fight Pac?
John Moxley will wrestle Pac most likely.
Pac or MJF.
For the title?
Yeah. And this can't even lead to a storyline of Cody going after MJF with the title. Like I said,
that's actually I thought about that for a brief second. So, but God, that means MJF takes the title off Moxley, which that doesn't sound good.
Moxley's not losing the title for a very long time.
I think Pac or Kenny Omega takes it off of him if Kenny goes heel.
I think it'll be Pac.
What do you think their WrestleMania?
And then Cody beats them, and then whoever it is, and then MJF takes it from Cody.
To answer your question, I think it's going to be All In would be their WrestleMania event.
Yeah.
And that's in
All In or All Out. And Revolution is like their SummerSlam. I think that's how Cody put it.
Right?
June? Yeah. So what do we have after?
Cody versus MJF. Pac and Orange Cassidy.
Pac versus Orange Cassidy. This match. This was the exact opposite.
Who was gonna do that?
Don't stop. We're on. No one. You're not. No one's seeing you kick me in the shins right now. Please stop. Ow! It hurts a lot. Ah. Okay. So.
Someone was selling it.
Yeah. So this was the complete opposite of a Young Bucks match. This was the perfect time. Everything went really, really well. You guys.
Oh.
Stop. Dude, we're not.
I'm sorry.
We're not on camera. What are you guys doing? God. So yeah, your thoughts on Orange Cassidy versus Pac?
The match was great. The crowd was fucking awesome. I love the crowd.
The crowd is fantastic.
Orange Cassidy is a goddamn god. I really have not seen Orange Cassidy wrestle that much, so this was like my first time actually watching.
He did an arm drag with no hands.
Yeah,
he did because he had him hooked on.
I know the shit I was watching. I was like, these two are fucking incredible that they're just able to do these.
Because I think Orange Cassidy is one of those gimmicks where it's only as good as the person he wrestles, and Pac just happens to be top 10 in the world. So you're gonna get matches like that.
I like the spot where they were both doing the kicks.
Yeah,
like going back to the crowd because the crowd was doing it, selling it for both of them.
They were doing the yay boos for
they were selling like the ohs for both of them.
Yeah. I love the rolling back and forth.
Yeah,
that was my favorite part.
I know when he smiled at him.
When he smiled at him and then became unleashed. Can you stop looking at his stomach?
Was there a spot where Orange Cassidy just did like the little kick thing, and then the crowd just started chanting,
"Shut up!"
Shit.
Rob's trying to make a point.
He's explaining his health issues in the past.
Shut up. You could
don't give a shit about your health issues.
You could wait until after the goddamn show. Rob,
wasn't there a spot where Orange Cassidy did the kick and the crowd just started chanting "Holy shit"?
Yeah,
they were chanting "Holy shit" at the very beginning of the match.
Yeah, the
match started. He went like this.
We got a "This is awesome" chant like 4 minutes in.
Yeah.
He just went like this and walked up to Pac and he said, and everybody started chanting "Holy shit!" just out of nowhere.
Yeah, he's the most over act maybe in the company. I
thought the pay-per-view in total was just phenomenal. It's that and I'm not gonna. Well, I mean, you know what? Fuck it. It's better than any WWE pay-per-view I've seen in the past year, maybe.
Yeah, that's fair. I would have to stop and look at all of them, but yeah, you're probably right.
There's maybe two or three that they don't beat. Maybe.
No, because even then. And I don't mean to disregard your statement, but even then, there was never a pay-per-view that I've watched in WWE that I was involved in every single match. I was literally involved in every single match, except for the Nyla Rose.
I think you mean I think you invested. That's the word you're going for there. Invested in
mentally involved. Okay. Invested, sure, whatever you want to say. My word works too. It's fine. Screw off.
Okay.
I was invested in every single
which is actually pretty incredible considering you don't watch Dynamite every Wednesday.
And I don't watch Dynamite ever. I never have.
So
you should because other than the
I'm going to now. That's why I'm annoyed that you wanted to leave at 8:30 because I want to watch.
Other than the women's division, you will probably be very happy with most of the matches that.
But you see, the thing is.
Because their women's division is not to the level of WWE yet.
Not even close.
And it's not even close.
I don't think it's going to even be close to it for a very long time, honestly.
No, because
you still have up and coming stars.
They don't have
Impact
the women's division.
But where?
Shayna, Bianca, Shotzi.
Oh, I thought you were talking about AEW.
Like as soon as you get past the 4 horsewomen, there's still like amazing wrestlers other than
I thought you were talking about AEW.
Oh no.
AEW just stands out one female wrestler that's just a workhorse that carry just walk that could
Sasha Banks ain't even a workhorse. She's a fucking whiny.
No, Sasha Banks is the workhorse. She's just not the person that's going to AEW. I'm not even saying it's going to be someone that makes the jump. I'm saying they're going to find someone, whether it be in Japan or on the independent scene.
Could be Kairi Sane.
Kairi Sane could leave, and that would be something.
Asuka should leave.
Asuka would be the perfect example, but if she leaves, I don't see her not going back to Japan.
But right now, the person I think that they're rolling with as the workhorse is Chris Statlander.
But isn't AEW, aren't they like together with a whole bunch of other companies? Or was that only like before their television show started?
No, a lot of their Japanese women are co-signed with New Japan and other...
Stardom, not New Japan, because New Japan doesn't have a women's division.
Oh, yeah, that's what I meant.
Okay, but then why can't Asuka do that? Like, what would be the issue with that?
What would be the issue with Asuka? What?
He said that if Asuka leaves WWE, he doesn't see her going anywhere besides
I just
Japan.
don't... I see Asuka at the point where she retires after her
run with WWE.
Run with WWE's over.
Yeah, she goes back to New Japan for a little while, and then that's it.
I don't know about that. I think she becomes a
I
writer
also
for
think
WWE.
A writer?
Yeah, she could.
You act like she doesn't know English.
Who says she doesn't know English?
No, I don't know. Maybe she becomes an agent for the women's matches, which she would be great at.
Yeah, that'd be great. It would be perfect.
That's where I think she goes. That's where I think Shinsuke goes.
I think Shinsuke should go to AEW as well.
No, I'm not a writer.
Okay, all right. Well, we're getting
off the track a little bit.
So are we? What match are we at now? Are we at the
Orange
Cassidy? Pac.
Pac.
So let's just get to the end real quick. The Lucha Brothers came out and ran off the best friends, or they came out and the best friends ran them off to the back, and then Orange Cassidy got distracted by that and allowed Pac to win. Which is the only thing I really didn't like about the match.
Yeah, the ending was kind of weak.
The Lucha Brothers was unnecessary.
Mm-hmm. That's what I was getting at too. Like the Lucha Brothers came out, and Orange Cassidy's just chilling there on the rope, like looking confused and shit. And you see Pac, and you clearly know exactly what's going to happen if you've watched wrestling for more than a year of your life.
Yeah,
you know exactly what's going to happen. The dumb face is distracted. He's going to get up, turn around, get attacked.
Yeah, no, I think that Pac should have won decisively. Like, let Orange Cassidy get his moves in, show like, oh wow, he really is a good wrestler, and then have Pac win.
Yeah.
No, it was unnecessary.
Because you're not going to push Orange Cassidy to like the moon. It was
unnecessary because Lucha Brothers really have no connection to Pac.
No, but they're
in six-man tags before.
I guess they're starting a feud with them and the best friends. Mm-hmm. That's the only thing.
Didn't they run a 6-man tag with them?
They're gonna keep it going because I think they're wrestling.
No, I'm not saying that they shouldn't. I'm saying, but they already ran the 6-man tag, so that's why I think this happened with them.
No, they did not make. Well, in any event, they did not make it clear that Pac was with the Lucha Bros.
It was just one thing where they were like, okay, Pac and Orange Cassidy, they're fighting, and best friends and Lucha Brothers, they've had a match or two, so yeah, let's just stick them together in a 6-man tag. But then they didn't really explain why Lucha Brothers were going out with Pac in the first place to a pay-per-view match.
Especially, here's my thing also, if you're going to have Pac win clean, because he's probably wrestling for the title at your next pay-per-view. So, why not make him look as strong as possible against someone like Orange Cassidy, who, if there was ever a person, it didn't matter if they lost or not, it's Orange Cassidy. So.
Lovely.
So, yeah. And now we got our main event. Yeah. And now we got our main event.
Brady wants to play for the Niners.
No, he doesn't.
We're not talking about Tom Brady and the 49ers right now.
I just...
Stop it.
Jon Moxley and Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho, I challenge everyone. I will go into the comment section and fight everyone. Chris Jericho had the greatest entrance in wrestling history.
For God's sakes, I will agree with
I loved
otherwise,
every single thing about it. The story building up to how Jericho makes fun of the fans for singing his songs as loud as possible because they did it at the cruise. Shut up for a second. And then Jericho comes out to a choir so that the crowd could just not be heard at all whatsoever. It's just a perfect heel entrance. The choir entrance is perfect for heels. Jericho made it work so much, and the choir itself was just amazing.
Now wait,
And
did you see the whole entrance? Because I'm sure you have.
Yes.
So Jericho did not come out to the choir.
No.
The choir
No.
sang, and then Jericho's entrance played.
And
Yeah,
the crowd still
but that-
sang
And the
along.
crowd sang along to it.
But that's fine.
So,
I
in
love
what
that
way is that a
beginning.
heel move?
I think the heel move was I am a Christ-like figure who should come out to a choir singing
That's
my
fair.
song.
That's also
I don't think it was I think heel Jericho would love the fans singing his song. I don't.
No, because after that, Jericho has been making fun of them for weeks, and the fans have been like, "Give me some more, give me more of you making fun of me."
Don't you know heels are like kindergarten flirters?
Yeah, I think I don't know. It was a good entrance. Chris, don't do that ever again. I think it was a good entrance. I don't think it was the best entrance in wrestling history.
I loved it.
I don't think it was the best choir entrance in wrestling history. I think John Cena and Bobby Roode both have him. They have him.
I actually
beat.
was going to bring that up to you. Whose entrance was better, Cena's or Rude?
So he's not even the best Canadian to have a choir in his wrestling entrance.
That's a bullshit statement. Me and you will fight after this, but let's get to the match.
It was good. It was a more turned up Chris Jericho versus Dean Ambrose match that they've had in the past.
Yeah, there wasn't any plants that were the base of the feud.
True.
Unfortunately, there were no thumbtacks.
Jericho is never taking another thumbtack spot in his life. But no,
That's what you find.
it was a good match. The one thing that popped out to me the most, Aubrey Edwards is a fantastic referee.
What made her a fantastic referee?
She's John Cone.
Just her presence. Oh, when she threw all of them out the inner circle, when she did her little
What
dance.
is this? She had to be theatric about it?
Hell yeah!
That
I'm
was
surprised.
stupid.
I wish she would have done a tiger roll. She did it so hard. Santana took a bump, or not? It was not Santana. Ortiz. Ortiz took a bump off the apron. She did it that hard. It looked like she Falcon punched him. It was fantastic. I hope she keeps going. But she was great. She stood up to Jericho. Jericho was pushing her around. She got right in his face. It was like not letting him get away with any shit. Ryan wasn't a fan of the eye patch. You're still not, are you?
Well, congratulations. It's gone.
It's over now. The whole.
Oh, the eye patch thing?
Yeah.
Arg.
What did I say about it?
I mean, it's...
I said something about it in the chat.
You called him Patchy the Pirate.
Oh, yeah, he was just doing his best Patchy the Pirate impression.
No, but that's the thing. We're at the point in professional wrestling where things like pretending you're an alien aren't going to work. Or wearing...
Huh? It's worked pretty well for Chris Statlander.
Shut up. I mean, but like people, like I know for a fact you're not an alien, and you're not pulling it off that you're an alien.
But
Orange Cassidy's whole gimmick, he's a sloth.
So his whole gimmick is that he doesn't give a shit.
yeah.
They
That's
call
the
him
whole
the
thing.
wrestling sloth.
Well, he acts
Pretty
like
much.
a sloth, but that's just a nickname.
I
He's
love
not
it.
actually a sloth. He's just his whole thing is he doesn't
Family.
feel the need to try. When he's provoked, he becomes a really great wrestler.
Yeah.
He just doesn't try. Here's my thing,
For
Chris.
God's sakes, like I said, he's from. Like they said, he came out and they said he's from wherever, and he weighs whatever. Or
Yeah, the whole thing is just how far can you get without trying. Chris Statlander, I don't personally like the alien thing, but the people do, and I think the people are wanting to be like, yeah, cool, she's a good wrestler, so if she wants to be a fucking alien, she can be a fucking alien. It doesn't matter. Just keep Chris Statlander on television, and we'll watch.
not like
John Moxley did a hell of a job selling the eye thing. Like, he wore the eye patch
I still
everywhere.
wish you would have went to WWE.
He wore the eye patch everywhere. He's even wore the eye patch in New Japan, which isn't even connected to AEW, but he's kept the continuity going, where he's worn the...
I mean, yeah. But if you're willing
But hey,
to
Kurt
pursue
Hawkins
that
gets to be
as
a proud papa. So.
if you're willing to pursue that as your character, and it's a real life scenario like live television, live wrestling, then you should be willing to put that into your everyday life. Like, for instance, when they used to have signings, like at the Sunrise Mall, Edge and Randy Orton went to a signing when they were rated RKO.
You told me this, yeah. They had the makeup.
Randy Orton was completely bruised and he had a black eye on his face on Monday Night Raw. Wednesday night at the signing, there was no sign of any sort of bruising or black eye.
So he was bruised up on Monday, you're saying, and then Wednesday for the signing, he was just Randy Orton.
He was just Randy Orton. No black eye, nothing.
Yeah. Sucks. But the thing is things like the eye patch. That's why Jon Moxley left to go to AEW, so he could have a creative outlet again. So if he's going to do something, he's going to pursue it 100%. Even if it is kind of corny that he was walking around with an eye patch, he made it work. And they had. I don't like the fact that he just kind of revealed it at like the very end of the match, because then it's like, you're an idiot. Why would you make yourself half blind for no reason during a world title match? Like, commentary tried to play it up like he was playing mind games, and when he took it off, Chris Jericho got all scared, and it led to the finish.
I understand why you play to it. It's so, like, that person, it's like pretending you have, like, a leg injury, like your hamstrings hurt, so that one person is 100% focused on that area, so you can go about your business attacking them at will.
Okay.
So, like, he's going to spend the whole match trying to attack that one eye, and if he's not be able to pursue that game plan, then what's he going to do?
You're not wrong. You're not. I don't know. It seemed like in kayfabe or in storyline, Jon Moxley was hindering himself there for the sake of a bit. But you know what? He worked. He got the job done, and it was a good match. It wasn't on the level of the tag team match.
No, not even close.
But
match of the night.
But it was
100%.
Still very good, and Chris Jericho had a hell of a run as AEW champion. I think it was definitely the right call.
It's gonna be hard to top it, actually.
I think it was definitely right. Oh, so now that we're at the end, and we could bridge everything together, the difference between Goldberg's championship reign and Chris Jericho's, because there were people in the comments that got mad at me for calling him an old bastard, and just the four of us in general for getting on Goldberg for his age, like we were ageist or something.
I mean, all I gotta say to that is if you really think that we care about somebody's age versus their talent, then just fuck you. That's all I gotta say.
If you don't know anything about that, go watch the last video, Goldberg versus The Fiend, and you'll understand what John is talking about.
The problem was never Goldberg's age. It is, in fact, entirely
his wrestling ability.
The fact that he can no longer get his opponent up for his finishing move.
Yeah.
Is a problem.
Every single time he goes for a spear, it looks like
a hug and
not even.
Chris Jericho's moveset still looks like it's from like 10, 15
He can
years
still
ago.
do the lion salt. It's not
barely.
And he can still do it, but the man's gained like what, 30 pounds?
But even just beyond
super dad, he always had a dad bod. Now he's got a super dad bod.
He's got a super dad bod. But even beyond just his wrestling ability, what he can and cannot do in the ring, he has done so much to put every single person over that he has come in contact with, and not even just the top guys. Because Jon Moxley and Cody Rhodes were going to be fine. But it's the Jungle Boys, the Scorpio Skies of the world, that he just said, hey, this week, you're going to be a star. I'll make you a star. And he did it. He went about his business, making him, Darby Allin, everyone, like down the line, every person that he possibly could interact with, there was not a single time that he put himself first or acted selfishly. He even let Marco Stunt, who is 4'5", get offense in on him.
Yep.
So it has nothing to do with talent. If Goldberg was on SmackDown,
it has everything to do with talent.
Well,
nothing.
Well, okay.
It's everything to do with talent.
That's the wrong choice.
Nothing to do with age.
Nothing to do with age. I'm saying if Goldberg is on SmackDown wrestling a solid 15-minute match with I don't know, Shorty G,
which not for nothing he never did.
So, Chris, as you were saying, it was never his. It
was never his 7-minute matches.
Not even.
No. It should be 7-minute matches with Goldberg, but it's not even that.
Well, I would say that the Fiend match was around 7 minutes, but it doesn't mean it's quality.
I think it was 3. I think it was actually it was like 3.
3 minutes.
Yeah, the whole thing was 3 minutes long. Interesting.
Anyway, Goldberg, not a quality wrestler. Chris Jericho, pretty high up there.
Yeah, he has a very good claim to be the greatest of all time.
Shots his own.
I think he is.
Rob's Rob's gone. I think for the rest of the video, he's checked out because Shotzi Blackheart's on TV, so he's gone. But Rob, say goodbye to YouTube.
Bye, YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah, we're talking about AEW when we have NXT on the screen.
Yep. Internet Wars, baby. So that was AEW Revolution.
Yep.
It was a really
I think we
great
got through
show.
it pretty well.
It was a great show,
Very good.
and it literally made a fan.
Yeah.
And Chris and Rob, for that matter.
Not for nothing. I mean, like, you guys see how I am watching wrestling.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I like to chill and watch
You are
wrestling.
the Orange Cassidy of the four of us.
Yes.
When it comes to these videos, and so I
Like, even watching this, I'm not very vocal as I'm watching the show.
right.
I'm just sitting there chilling, watching the show, because that's what I enjoy to do. I like to chill, sit, watch the show in peace. But this show had me tuned in.
Rob, your final takeaways from the show?
I was just going to do the outro. That's why I
No.
left Shotzi for a second.
We more. We need
Oh
more.
no, the show was great. Loved it. Loved pretty much every single match. You know, not really the women's match and then the Cody and MJF match. I thought that could have been better. Love the world title match. Jericho, love you.
I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10.
Oh, for the show?
Yeah.
Yeah, 8.5.
Eight sounds about right.
One watch, everybody knows the
MJF and
rules.
Cody left stuff to be desired, and the Nyla Rose and Chris Statlander match could have been better if they worked more. That's
You
it.
know, one watch, everybody knows the rules. Thank you, Dave Portnoy. I'm gonna go ahead and give this one a 9.2.
All right.
All right.
Michael Strahan in the house. So that was AEW. That
Hey.
was our review, and we will see you this Sunday because we got another fucking show.
Sunday.
We got
Hey.
another one of these fucking shows
Hey,
to watch.
Chelsea Green versus
Hey,
Shotzi
E-Dub.
Blackheart.
Hey, E-Dub. Hey, E-Dub.
All right, we'll see you out at Elimination Chamber. We'll actually do a reactions video for that, right?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
God bless America. Have a good night.